So when a lot of people start on this journey, there's this kind of layer of spirituality where it's completely mainstream. You know, there's so much to look at when you first get into all of this. There's mindfulness, chakras, rocks, spirituality, all these stuff that seems so far out and not really direct. And you can think of it as a upside down pyramid going all the way down and down and down and down until you refine and refine and refine. And at the bottom is the root of all of this. And for many people, you know, you need this breath work, maybe this mindfulness, this progressive path, this cutting away at what's not true until the root can be seen. And you could say maybe down here is like the ramana maharshis, the self-inquiry, even just the sitting in silence. And you look at this, and for those that are really authentic, they'll go the whole way. And there's a fucking window. Sorry. And for those that are really direct, they will know. They will know that this is not right. You know, not right, but like not wrong. But you know, it's not the end goal. And some people stop here, they stop there, they stop. It's like pitching a tent when you're walking up a mountain and you go past people like, this isn't the end. There's something that still needs to be looked at as you go up. Or I think it is going down. It's more of a surrender to this. So what I wanted to talk about was how the practices that we begin with are usually so complex, maybe a lot of breath work. And all this stuff is so good, but like body yoga, flexibility, stuff that people, you may not even done any of this, and that's fine, but a lot of people get in through this, even mindfulness, all these, even therapy, which is great, all this psychological stuff, there's a lot of complexity to it. And then you may even get to self-inquiry. And self-inquiry, you know, looking for self, the boundary of self. It may lead you to, you know, unity consciousness. You may see, you know, there's just being. There's no boundary to yourself. There's no boundary to where you end and the world starts. You're indefinable or undefinable, I don't know the word. You just have no end. And this is a kind of expansion. An expansion of who you thought you were. And then there's also a contraction until you're unlocatable. There's not even expansion and contraction. It leads me to the point of the last practices, the last seeings. I don't even want to use the word practice at this point, but the most potent, advanced practices are the most simple. Almost the end stuff, the end work, in my experience anyway, was just sitting and listening. But not listening with your ears solely. Listening to the moment. Almost all of this work has been done, emotional work, self-inquiry, inquiry, asking questions, searching for a boundary, all this stuff, expansion, kundalini, crazy stuff. And, you know, the mind would sometimes, I don't know, a lot of people that go off into all this stuff and then they make another identity of that. But there was always this, no, okay, what's now? This isn't it. There's something else. There's something else to be looked at. I wanted to go the whole way. And eventually, it exhausts itself so much, you see, not in a bad way, but in a way that sees, now all there's left to do is just to listen to the breeze, to the contractions, to the images in the mind. Watch. Delicately watch. Let it breathe in your experience. We're so used to doing something. I'm not even going to call this a doing nothing, just a gentle aliveness, a gentle seeing everything in your experience. This is the word, agenda. That's the one thing that is missing here. When there's no agenda on the moment, you're truly listening. Sometimes I remember going a whole years and years with an agenda, just getting somewhere, doing something. And you realise I've never sat, or since I've been very young, without an agenda, without need to change something to get somewhere tomorrow. And that's all true listening, true meditation is. Just listening with your whole being, seeing without your eyes, listening without your ears, just noticing beyond mind. And it almost flowers in your experience. Realization flowers. All you have to do, you could think of listening as the water and your breath as the sun. I know this is very poetic, but there's no more need to do anything here. Not even try to do nothing, just allow it to come to you. Because later and deeper realization is not active searching, it's not active. It's almost as if an unfolding if you just get out of the way. So I think the misunderstanding is someone may feel, well, I don't feel like I'm doing anything, I'm so advanced, I need to be doing more and more. Trust me, it becomes more simple until you're just sitting on a park bench. Sometimes your practice can just be watching the world, the sense of self that may rise. Watch this contraction and expansion until there's no reference point, so all these words stop losing their meaning. Distance, time, contraction, expansion, self, no self, drops away. Keep it simple in the last days, and if you feel like there's a lot of turmoil, go into emotional work, do inquiry, all these things, but don't be scared to sometimes just sit and listen.